reporting on the games you love by people who love to game. The MMO Reporter Network.
You're listening to LotRO Reporter on the MMO Reporter Network. Brought to you by Doghouse Systems. Choose your weapons with Doghouse Systems. Audible. Find your next great read at audibletrial.com/MMOReporter. And GoDaddy. Put your website to work while you play. Welcome to LotRO Reporter episode 255, the one where we are recovering from Extra Life. How are you, Layanor?
Hello, minions. Welcome to the not so special Halloween episode. Woo!
Yeah, and I'm your host, Cari. I'm still exhausted. I am getting too old to stay up for 24 hours straight sitting in front of a computer playing video games.
Yeah, I was actually pretty thrown off. I was prepared for it. I knew it was coming, and I knew that I'd be able to do it, and I did it, and it wasn't that rough, but it was the staying up that killed me the next day. As soon as I went to sleep, I woke up like the next day. Which, let's see, I went to sleep about 11:30 a.m. and I woke up like 4 or 5 a.m. the next day.
Wow. No, I wasn't that. I had to crash on everybody. I still owe 2.5 hours of Extra Life, so we'll have to vote on what you guys want me to play and stream for 2.5 hours. I
Just sing a song.
No, nobody would watch that stream. Not a soul.
Mama Set, would you watch that stream?
Not me singing. Me singing in Elvis.
And D. David, would you watch that stream?
Don't do it. Say no. Trust me. You don't want me singing. You don't want me singing. So anyway, I made it to 5:30. So like I said, 2.5 hours of something. We'll have to figure out what it will be. But you did all four of you make it to 5 or to 8?
Yes, there was 5 of us. Chris, Bill,
Keela,
I don't know, Keela, what?
And you.
What podcast is she from?
She's just a fan.
Oh.
She's just a fan who wanted to join us. She did it last year.
Yeah, she did it last year too.
Yeah,
I thought for sure that she was playing with
No.
for. Oh, okay.
Yeah, no, she just joined us for 24 hours. Yep. So who's the 5th person? Because that was and Matt.
Matt. And me.
Yep, Cart and Layanor.
And then Harry came in a few times too. Were you there for that?
I was there when Harry was singing lullabies and I wanted to kill him. At that point in time, yes. WildStar is more fun than I thought it would be.
Yeah, it is a lot of fun. I had to go through that to do some stuff for Chris. He wanted me to get to max level and then do some PvP stuff. I didn't find it that fun, but as soon as I started playing with Chris for a couple of episodes, I had a lot of fun with that game.
Yeah. I think it's more fun with more people. I think it's one of those games, you don't really want to solo WildStar. It's a lot more fun with more than one person, especially when you all have giant hamster balls.
That was crazy.
Yeah, that's going to be one of those MMO memories that you keep forever. We went through the main town called Ilium, I think is what it's called.
I think so.
And Chris bought us all hamster balls for our Chua characters. And we put each other on follow, so we basically just rolled I think at one point people were joining us. So at one point we're up to 11 hamster balls rolling through the city, just rolling along. And then he would pick random people to follow, and they would just freak out because here's these hamster balls following through town. It was pretty awesome.
And they're big too because they're basically mounts.
Yeah. Yes.
They're vehicles, and they're big, and they roll around, and it looked like a big balloon centipede.
It was pretty awesome. And then we played hide and seek for a little bit. I think I was the last one found, which means I win, right? Being the last one found.
You should be, yeah.
Okay.
They should be the winner.
Okay, yeah. He was like right on top of me and didn't see me. It was awesome.
I know he went past me like 4 times. I actually got up onto a house, and the only way that I could stay up on the house is if I kept holding up to walk forward.
Uh-huh.
And I had auto running on, so I clicked that on and then just kind of sat back, and I seen him go past me 5 times. And I started getting bored, so I clicked over on my other monitor and started going through the website for to see what Extra Life was at, and that single thing jarred my character, and I fell off the house. And right as I fell off the house, he found me.
Yeah. I found looked like an open container, like a truck container, like a container truck.
Yeah.
Just barely. The outside edges of my mount stuck out just a little bit, but it was in a corner. So he went in there and he jumped up all around, all top of him, and just went left. But this is not what we did in Wild Star. This is LotRO Reporter.
It was Extra Life, and,
Yeah.
and I have a lot of fun doing that for charity.
Yeah.
We got over $1,000.
Yes, we raised 1,041, I believe, at last count. We reached our team goal. There were still other goals to reach. If people still want to donate to us, we would be happy to let them do it. They updated the total just this afternoon, and it's $5.5 million raised by gamers for Extra Life.
Yeah, that's a lot of money, and most of that was built that first day when everybody was doing it Sunday.
Yes.
Saturday.
Yes, Saturday. I think they had I want to say they had 2 million something before going into Saturday, so they raised like $3.3 million in 24 hours.
Oh, that part I didn't know.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, they had part of it. It was either 2 million or 3. Anyway, they raised $2 or $3 million in 24 hours. That doesn't. It's million, not hundreds of thousands, millions of dollars for Extra Life. Yeah, and thank you for everybody who donated. That was super awesome. Thank you for everybody who joined us in the chat room during the 24-hour stream. That was amazing too. We had Harry, we had Merrick, who made their goal, so they're going to have to do some podcasting.
Merrick, who came through and beat everybody who wanted to play Hearthstone.
Yeah. Yep. Brock Swift joined us for a little while. That was pretty awesome to have him visit.
He was doing a stream too, trying to raise some money. I think he was going for a $600 goal, and he hit that.
Okay, awesome. I know when I went to bed, he was at about 500, 550, something like that. Yeah.
Yep, he hit it.
So that was like super awesome. And Draculetta.
He cheated. He cheated in the morning. His kids got on.
Baby Hobbit. Baby Hobbit was on American Golden Star stream.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Yeah.
I need to borrow some kids.
We had one of Chris's kids on for a while. Laser Puppy was on.
That's right.
Yeah.
No, he was on, but he was quiet. It was the other one.
Oh, I didn't hear the other one. I missed the other one. Yeah, Laser Puppy I was asking him questions and he was answering through his dad, but that was cool. All right, enough about Extra Life, which is really cool. Really exciting. Oh, and Sapien's stream is actually next week because he was on the official stream. So if you want to join and watch him, hey, Layanor, you can go be PvP with him and stuff, right?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, because I think it's kill Sapiens for 4 hours on PvP or something. He's got a schedule of what he's doing when he's doing it, and but yeah, his stream, because he was on the official stream this weekend, he will be doing his stream last weekend. He'll be doing his stream this upcoming weekend. Okay.
Awesome.
What'd you do? What did you do? And
what am I doing, huh?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Besides not wearing pants, what are you doing?
Come here often, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Ed and Moore's. I actually got a really good run over the weekend, and I think the day before Extra Life. Did I do? Yeah, I did. I did Middle Earth at War, which I haven't done in a long, long time. There are a couple of good leaders out there right now on Brandywine, and a lot of people are getting behind them. So I got to get into a lot of runs, and I am 48.28% now.
Woohoo!
So I'm getting to 50% of my rank 13, closer to rank 14, and I'm going to be jumping in there a lot more often. I am 9 tokens away from getting the cheap festival mount. That's the 30 token one. I don't know what it's called. I already got the 61.
Okay.
So I'm just getting the cheaper one now, and that one's from last year. So I hope this festival doesn't end tomorrow because I just need a little bit more.
No, I think it runs like through November 4th or 5th. I think you've got like a week and a half or so.
Okay, cool. I'll have that either tonight or tomorrow.
Okay, that's good.
And that was pretty much it. What have you been doing?
Not any. Well, not a whole lot.
Well, you have typed right here, not a damn thing.
Darn thing. Not a darn thing. I played a pink fuzzy character over the weekend.
That M kind of blurs into the N,
Yeah,
sorry.
yeah. I did though work on my LIs on the 2 characters. I couldn't find any second age in the auction house. I probably couldn't afford them anyway, even if I did find them. But I suddenly realized as I'm trying to break down stuff and put like runes on my LIs, my level 100 LIs, I don't have enough runes on my Brandywine character. I've got truckloads of them on my Landreval character. Not a problem getting, level 9 and 10s, Brandywine, not so much. So I've been like scoping out the auction house for like cheap boxes of sealed blah blah fuse relics and all that stuff to unlock those.
Right. Yeah, when I go out there and look for some instant runs and stuff, I should probably grab you.
Yeah.
So we'll do that. Maybe we'll stream that, maybe not. But yeah, we need to get some stuff on your gear.
Yeah. I'm doing okay. I think I'm doing okay on like world drop gear, like gear, which is actually pretty cool. And I was looking at my allies going, yeah, I hit level 100. I should probably, get those started leveling and do some work on those. So, and that's pretty much what I've been doing in game. All right, in news, update 15 is dropping November 5th, which I think after the festival ends.
Yeah.
So yeah, the festival, they have it the October 21st through roughly November 2nd, and the update drops November 5th. So go right from the festival into leveling Beornings.
Yep.
And I guess there's a new book, and then there's the Central Gondor, so there's a new level 100 area, and some other stuff. A new epic battle, the city of Peligrir, and some, epic story, Central Gondor, and it's pretty good, substantial content drop.
Mm-hmm.
So, yay!
Awesome. I wish that they came up with some different looks for the bears themselves, because they seem just kind of standard.
Yeah, and
It's the same model that they've been using for bears since the game has come out.
Oh yeah, I will bet though that they will come out with cosmetic bear cover. You got cosmetics. You have my head hurts even thinking about cosmetic wardrobe for bears.
Lots of tutus.
Yeah. They unintentionally have hot pants in LotRO, so they might have tutus accidentally too.
Yep, you never know.
That is true. My mama said once a bear. That is awesome. Phone customer support is going to be closing early for a couple of days. They're closing early on Wednesday the 29th, and then for a Halloween event, and the 6th for a company meeting.
Ooh, company?
Yeah, I don't like it when they say company meetings.
Well, they could be doing the Christmas event early this year. I think they did it last year in like February.
Yeah. Or maybe everybody's getting trained on something. Who knows? You know, I wouldn't want
Well,
to.
they're going to teach the staff, about how to answer question about bears.
Exactly. Exactly. So if you have issues and need customer support assistance, send them a ticket, or tweet them too.
Mhm.
Let's see. Update 3 is live. Let's see what we had go.
On Bull Roar.
Yeah, and poor Frelorn had the flu, so Tiber had to post the show notes for us.
Oh.
Let's see. What was anything exciting? Oh, the Yule Festival Bard and Thespian Theater metadeeds now can always be completed. Now, note, if you have the Thespian metadeed currently in progress, you'll have to play each part in the play again. So it sounds like you can go and do that now? I don't know how you would get there, but that's what it
Well,
says.
this is beta, so
Yeah. The following list of the changes in this patch. Okay, that's true.
yeah, it's beta.
Slaying orcs in the Dead Marshes no longer counts for the Orc Slayer West Gondor deed. So if you want that deed and you think that the Dead Marshes is a cool place to do that in, do it now. Ooh, Hootbolt. All rebuild quests now only require 1 token except for the initial meat hall rebuild.
Yay! Nice.
Cool.
I like that.
Yeah. And then a whole bunch of Beorning fixes.
Yeah.
Anything?
Because they're new.
Yep. Anything super exciting hitting you in these show notes or anything?
No, these are all, just updates and just little tidbits here and there. I'm much more interested to see what the patch notes are going to look like when it goes live. Because a lot of this can change.
Yeah, this is true. They have this was earlier.
But I don't see anything like specific like wardens are broken or guardians are broken or don't heal anybody because you could crash the server or I'm not seeing anything like that.
That's
So
That's good.
So hey, little blessing.
Yeah. Exactly. All right.
Mounted combat for Beornings. I'm wondering if Beornings should even need a horse.
It's be interesting to see how fast they will run in bear form. But they have to be like in battle to run in bear form. You just can't run around in bear form, right?
Right.
Okay. I did hear that they changed some of the hairstyles and people are happier.
Oh, there are a couple. Oh, what was the one? It was like shaven on one side of the head, and the rest of the hair just kind of laid over the left side of the head.
Like they're
like a very very punkish look.
Okay.
I was like, wow, this one's new.
Yeah, sounds like it.
But the cool thing is, those hairstyles are on a character. So let's hope that those go into the barber.
That would be cool.
Because there were new ones. There was a lot of new ones in there.
Oh, that would make many people very, 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 very happy if they could just give us 3 or 4 of the new hairstyles. I'm always I don't know if this is bad form or not, but I'm always changing my my elf's hairstyles and my hairstyles. So people can't ever recognize me from that because it's
just wear helmets.
No, it's a minstrel. There's no helmets. I have to wear the cloaks and the
There's hooded cloaks.
Yes, the concerned elves and all that good stuff.
There you go.
All right, reminder, Fall Festival's still going on. And then November 5th, Update 15 drops, and November 7th through 9th, Hobnanigans is going on, so you can get chickens on your Beornings.
It sounds like a restaurant order.
Chickens on Oh, let's see. Here comes the bear running through town, followed by a chicken. Yeah, sounds
I'll
awesome.
take 2 of those, please.
Yeah, that sounds pretty awesome, actually. That sounds pretty awesome.
Oh, chickens on my Beornings. Beornings.
Yeah, chickens on the Beornings. Yep. And that's pretty much it for news this week. All right, we had no 3-mans. We will get back to them eventually. Maybe when we all have level 100 Beornings.
Yeah.
We start at 50, right?
I don't know. They start at level 1.
Okay. We can get there pretty fast. Amam
Yeah, we can get there pretty
says
fast.
Beornings prefer squash. Okay. Instead of chicken, I guess.
Prefer squash? I don't know if squashes are in that time period or not.
We know pumpkins are not.
We know pumpkins are not. We know tomatoes are not. Thanks to everybody yelling at Peter Jackson, who put tomatoes in the films.
Yep. No tomatoes.
Nerd.
Yeah, I know. Nerd rage. Much nerd rage. We have a letter from Morty. I believe
Hi, Morty.
this is the first time that he's written us. And he had a suggestion. He says, I made a post on LotRO forums about this and was curious as what you guys thought about it. So the basic point of the forum post is that I would love to see the level cap for quest raised from +5 to +10, because right now there's very little challenge in doing the quests that are only 5 levels above you. So he says you understand more by reading the post, which is a very well thought out post. And then some of the replies. So he says he's very, very lucky to have a group that meets once a week, and they are finding that they tear through quests and content that is only +5 levels above them, and it would be nice if Turbine could change it. And he didn't see any drawbacks, but maybe he's missing something.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he doesn't want XP, and he thinks that the XP should cap at +5, but he thinks it would be easier and more fun for them if they could, like, so if they're like a level 30 character, instead of doing level 35 quests, they could do level 40 quests.
Mm-hmm.
That is his suggestion. What do you think?
I know that most of the game is geared towards solo play right now. Even if you had somebody with you, just duo, the game's going to be a lot easier in the first place. I don't know if they would change the levels a little bit higher.
Mm-hmm.
That would mean that all of the mobs and all that would have to go up as well then, right? Because we're talking about difficulty.
No, I think what he's saying is
We're just talking about the level cap?
no, like the level at which you can get quests. For example, you know, you basically you would go in. Let's see, what is so instead of hanging out around Bree until like 15 or 20,
Mm-hmm.
you know, you could head into like the lowlands at 15 instead of like 20. Or even 10 instead of 20, I think is what he's suggesting. So like
Mm-hmm.
that stuff, I think that some of the quests around like Osgurud is like 25, and he would like to be able to go get those quests and do those quests at 15.
Okay. Amama just said that level 30s cannot receive quests from level 35. I remember that now. Yeah.
Yeah, so he wants to be able to do 40s for 30s, or for the intrepid 30s.
Yeah, it's just to make it so there was no cap on there, so he could.
Yeah.
So there was no lock, no lock.
Yeah.
You know, so he could do those higher levels.
Right, and he doesn't think he should get more XP for it. He just would like the option of like getting a bit of a challenge in the world by taking on quests that are higher level.
Right. Yeah, that would be kind of nice. You could get a semi-decent challenge already right now with skirmishes. If you go 7 levels above you, you still get experience. You get good experience at that, and If you go one more level past that, if you go 8 levels beyond what you are,
Mm.
you get no experience for anything. But if you go 7 levels above you, you'll get a lot of experience for pulling that off, and your whole group could go through that a couple times during the night to get a challenge and get a little bit of difficulty and mix things up a little bit in there. Plus, you can get points for your skirmish characters.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah. So yeah, it seems to be that he's not too concerned about XP. They just want something other than mow through the landscape, basically.
Mm-hmm.
So, I don't particularly see. I'm wondering how hard it would be to code that stuff, though.
Yeah, it probably depends on the areas too, because a lot of the newer areas that have their quests mixed around and moved around probably have newer coding where they could do stuff like that. But we're talking about places like the Shire and Breland that haven't been touched very often. So I bet you those areas probably would take a long time to figure it out.
Yeah. Well, and you're through those areas. I mean, you're through 15 or 16 in like 3 hours at this point, you know?
Mm-hmm.
But I could imagine, some of the Lowlands stuff let's see, we go Lowlands and then we go into Misty's? No, Misty's is 45 to 55, right?
Stellan?
Estelden, yeah. Estelden, yeah, and then yeah, that one's a weird one. It's like they send you there and then they don't give you any quests that you can do.
Yeah.
And that is one though. If you're like at 15 and you get those quests and you run around the lowlands and you get the quest from the guy in the inn there to go that direction, go up there
Mm-hmm.
because those quests are like I was up there at like 18 or 19 and they wanted to give me like level 25 quests or maybe I was
Mm-hmm.
at 20 to give me 25. There was nothing. I mean, after you got there and did the level 20 quests, there was nothing from like 20. It jumped right to 25.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, and then of course there's the in their absence stuff up Oadbarton and all of that you can do. So there's stuff you can do. I just don't know how much of a challenge it would be.
Mm-hmm.
And by the way, he loves listening to the show, so he's a good people.
Hello, good people.
Mm-hmm.
Good minion.
Yep.
Oh, well, I totally recommend starting up skirmishes 7 levels above yourself and for your group. Go through there. You guys are going to have a lot of challenges. If you're subscribers, you get all of those skirmishes open. I don't think a lot of them are level locked.
Mm-mm.
Some of them might be, but I don't think very many of them. And you'll get those skirmish marks, and you'll actually get gear and stuff out of that from the skirmish camps to help you guys out. So, just keep going through the game, and as soon as you hit Angmar, your difficulty will go up higher anyway.
Yep.
So there you go. Look forward to that. That's around level 45-ish, level 50.
Yeah, go run around that orc camp that's hidden there in Angmar. That's a pretty fun place to. Yeah, and Carmdoom is pretty bad too.
Yeah, Moria. You're gonna have fun in Moria.
Yeah. Yep. Moria's a lot better than it was. If you are looking to figure out which skirmish packs to buy, Pine Leaf has put some good guides together about that because I know they go on sale every once in a while. And if you're a premium player, and LotRO Academy has had a few where they've reviewed them, I think, with Pine Leaf and suggested which ones they thought were like the best value for money. Okay, I think that's all we had for community. I didn't see any more events other than the Halloween ones. Or Christmas ones, so I didn't see anybody like advertising any Veterans Day events or any, that
Right.
kind of thing, or Great Pumpkin Day or whatever. So.
Great Pumpkin Day.
Mm-hmm.
You blockhead.
Yeah, I know. All right, so Layanor, why don't you tell us about our sponsors?
First one we're going to talk about is GoDaddy. Put your website to work while you play. If you want to make a website about whatever the heck that you want to make, you should probably go over to GoDaddy and take a look and see what they have available for you. And when you're all done, use the coupon code MMO30 for 30% off of your entire cart. And for starting off a new website, that is a very, very cool deal. If you already have a website and you want a domain name, especially if you got something like not Cafe Press, but WordPress.
Mm-hmm.
Is that what?
Yeah, there's WordPress and Blogspot and all those. Yep.
All the blog sites and all that, you can put a domain name on that. And we have an offer. If you use the coupon code MMO199, you can get a domain name for $1.99 for an entire year.
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty dang cool.
Yeah, that is.
If you're looking for a new PC, then check out the website doghousesystems.com and use the coupon code MMOReporter when you buy a computer, and it will automatically double your RAM in that computer. Isn't that awesome?
That is awesome. I love the double RAM in my computer. It makes it go fast.
And we have one more. It's audibletrial.com/MMOReporter. It is for audiobooks, and it is for a 1-month subscription, and you get 1 credit for 1 book free.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. And I have discovered many of the old AD&D Ed Greenwood books are actually on, you can get them on Audible. So I don't know if they're, hopefully they had somebody good reading them. I haven't looked too far into that because, you know, the right person is required to read books like this.
I would like to see if there's any of the old Ravenloft books that are read.
I don't know. We'll have to take.
That'd be awesome.
We will have to take a look and see. All right, we also are still doing our Patreon. We are up to 16 patrons and $78. So you can go to patreon.com/MMOReporter to check out the things that we will get for you if you are one of our patrons and decide to support us with a monthly donation. It does go directly to the network. It does things like covers our costs. It's going to help us, you know, get paid a little bit. It's also, if we get enough, it's going to help people get equipment. Some of us are working with some pretty old stuff, and
yeah,
be kind of nice to get some new stuff.
Here, just for the fun of it, I'm going to click this program right here.
Mm-hmm.
It takes a second to load, and I'm going to hit help, which is going to tell me the about. And this art program was from 1991.
Oh, okay.
Nope, it's not Photoshop.
Wow. There is Dance of the Dead, a Ravenloft novel audiobook.
Ooh.
By Christy Golden, or read by Christy Golden, or written by Christy Golden. I'm clicking on it now. Written by Christy Golden, narrated by Marissa Vitali.
Ooh, is she cute?
I don't know. It's a
There's no picture?
No picture. There's 10 hours and 20 minutes of this book, though.
Ain't no picture. I ain't buying it.
So she has... She reads a lot of varied books. This is kind of interesting. This particular narrator has Dance of the Dead, a Ravenloft novel. Has The Accidental Feminist, How Elizabeth Taylor Raised Her Consciousness and We Were Too Distracted by Her Beauty to Notice. Flypaper, and The Rise and Fall of Rocky Love. It's a pretty wide gambit of things that this person has done for Audible, yeah. It does have 4 stars. It's a 3.8. So
Ravenloft is always cool. It is the another setting for Dungeons and Dragons.
Yeah.
Like a Van Helsing vampire werewolf setting. Very cool. Very different for D&D.
Yeah. It is pretty. Yeah, they've got all kinds of settings. I'm learning all kinds of stuff like that. So if you'd like to email us, you can email us at lotro.reporter@gmail.com. You can follow us on Twitter at LotRoReporter. You can search for LotRo Reporter on LotRo_Reporter on Facebook. You can leave us a voicemail at 616-666-6778 or use the widget on the right-hand side of your screen when you visit the site. You can also check us out on youtube.com/user/MMO Reporter Network. Our website is lotroreporter.com, and you do want to be sure to subscribe to us on Twitch at twitch.tv/MMOreporter. You can follow me on Twitter at the Cari-Mac. It's TheCarimac, and I've been retweeting lots of pictures of Calvin and Hobbes lately. How about you, Layanor?
I haven't been posting any pictures.
Well, that's bad.
But my Twitter is Layanor, Layanor. Twit me, and I might twitch you a picture of
No.
Carrie.
Do you have a picture of Carrie? All right. On that lovely note, I think we'll say good night. All right, everyone. Thank you for listening and downloading. And as always, we hope to see you in game. So there are many, many Ravenloft audiobooks on Audible, by the way.
Really? Nice.
Yep. Strand, The War Against Aslan, Ravenloft by P.N. Elrod. Knight of the Black Rose, Terror of Lord Soth, Book 1 by James Lowder.
Lord Sock?
Soth.
Soft.
T-S-O-T-H, Soth.
It sounded like a sock.
Sock.
Like as a
Lord...
vampire dressed up as a sock puppet.
Yeah. The Enemy Within, a Ravenloft novel by Christy Godin. Yeah. Maybe I'm going to... Well, I got to get a new roof or I do an Audible subscription.
It's a roof on a house?
Yeah.
Or an Audible subscription? Oh my god. How small is your house?
The house is very small, but it's one of those you need to save money where you can.
No wonder you wake up your guy every time you laugh at night. Jeez.
I know, yep. It's a tiny house with paper and walls. Yes.
Thanks for watching the video, everybody. Don't forget to check out all the other podcasts at MMOreporter.com or by clicking on any of the links here. And please check out our Patreon campaign at patreon.com/MMOreporter. Thanks, everyone, and see you in game.